Do you want the ultimate Meteor build in Star Citizen? Well, I'm gonna show you how to maximize your build for ultimate performance and minimum signature. First, I'll go over the build with you, then show you how to manage your power, and finally, we'll go do a PvE mission to see how the build performs. For the Meteor build, I went with CF repeaters. The cannons is super slow, only 800 meters per second, but at least the Panthers is 1800 meters per second, so they'll hit a little bit more consistently. The cannons I'll probably only use once the shields are down, and if it's a very big ship, otherwise you won't be able to hit anything. For the shields here, I went with Palisades. This ship is super fragile, so you will need your shields. Once your shields is down, you better run, otherwise you'll probably die. Palisades does have the most shield HP in game, so this is why I use them. Just to beef us up a little bit more, I am going to go with a power plant here, the Luma Core. The default power plant does give you the same amount of power, but it increases your signature. So if you go with the Luma Core here, you'll see your signature will go down by a little bit, but the cross section is super big, so it doesn't really matter too much. It will only matter when you're facing your target. Then you might reduce your signature a little bit here and there, but overall, the signature and the cross section of the ship is very big. But I'm still trying to minimize my signature with the cooler. The vapor block here, it's a stealth cooler. At the moment, coolers don't really matter. You only need one pip in cooling to keep your IR down. If you don't have any cooler, it will slowly rise and your signature will get very big. So this is why I have one cooler. For my quantum drive, the Zephyr, this is a stealth quantum drive. Again, it will keep our signature down. If I go to the default one, you'll see our signature will start increasing. But if you want a faster one, you can always go with the Colossus. But then again, your signature is going to increase. So it's a trade-off of what you want, but I still prefer my stealth quantum drives. I'm going to change back to the Zephyr here, just because I like the stealth quantum drives. That's basically the build. The missiles, I don't really care too much about missiles these days. You can always swap them out. You can make them bigger, smaller. You can see here, some of them are even fixed, but these you can swap out with a whole bunch of missiles on there. I'll probably go with Task Force if you want to, but overall you can choose your own missiles. It doesn't matter that much to me. All that I prefer is electromagnetic missiles. So if you go here, you can choose the Dominators, electromagnetic, everything is electromagnetic. For our power management up here, we went with an extra strong power plant here just to power everything. I think I will rather put everything into shields, just because if you lose your shields, you are basically dead. This ship does not have a lot of HP. So I'll probably put everything into shields. If you can find a military power plant, you can increase your thrusters here to maneuver a little bit better. So I'll definitely look out for one. If you look here, the JH300, you can definitely find one and you will have full power. So you can max out this build if you find the right power plant. Now you know how to power manage your ship. Let's go in-game and see how the Meteor performs. For our PvE mission, we're just going to do this mission here, yellow level contract, just because the servers are cooked at the moment and we don't get really any other targets. We only get that contract. This bounty hunting mission is a player. That's about the only PvE contract we can take at the moment. Unfortunately, this is the best I can do, but at least we can still shoot at something. Let's go see. Before we jump to our target, it's very important that you learn how to switch your guns. If you scroll wheel up, you can switch to all guns, or you can only choose your Panthers. And if you scroll down, you can only select your cannons, which will fire ballistics. Because they're different speeds, you probably want to stagger them. Only use the cannons if you're firing at bigger ships. It only has 800 speed, so you might miss. So in most cases, I'll probably go with my Panthers, and then once a ship's shields are down, I'll probably go with both. But in this case, we're fighting very small ships, so I'll just use everything just to give it a test run, right? So that you can see. Let's jump to our target. I am going to gimbal my weapons as well by pressing G. Now I can shoot where I want to. Just gonna close in here. Press G. Only 3 ships, unfortunately. But we'll see what we can do here. You're gonna see the 2 pips here. It's because our cannons are super slow. And you constantly need to click as well. Seems like this is a terrapin, a little bit bigger than other things. But I'm mostly here for my repeaters. I do want to do a full ballistic one here as well, but we need the bigger ships to fight. Do a full ballistic one. Unfortunately, the servers can't handle it at the moment, so I'll just go with my other things here. Terrapins are super tanky, so the ballistics is helping a little bit. Don't really want to face tank with this ship. Doesn't have a lot of HP. There we go. I think the ballistics helped quite a bit there. She's quite fat, so definitely helped a bit there. Just ease on it next. But the repeaters is doing most of the damage here. I did gimbal it just because servers are laggy as well. That's why I went gimbaled. I am getting a lot better with fixed. I used to only play gimbaled, but fixed is starting to add up for me. And that's all the contracts for the most part. There's another terrapin. Let's quickly do it. We can get the shields down first, and then we can kill the rest. So you constantly need to click if you want to shoot the ballistics. It's kind of nice. I can choose when I want to fire it. There we go. We've got our contract. Overall, what's my thoughts on the ship? I haven't been able to use it crazy amounts, but I think this ship is more hit and run. It's quite fast in a straight line, but its maneuverability is not crazy. I don't think you'll be able to outmaneuver most ships. So I think it's more of a hit and run type of style. Might be better with full ballistics, who knows. Maybe you can take out bigger ships by just strafe running them, quickly doing some damage, and then coming back. They won't be able to keep up with you, but the upstrafe and maneuverability doesn't feel that great. Plus the ship is super squishy. Once you lose your shields, you feel like tissue paper. You almost instantly die or turn red if anything hits you. So overall, it's very difficult to fight with this ship. But I think if you use a hit and run tactic with ballistics, maybe that will work. But for now, I think the repeaters still super fun. Unfortunately, this wasn't the best PvE mission, but it's the only one I can get. But hope you still enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like. And if you want to see more videos like this, then you can subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.